The number 0779819181 or drop your comments on Radio Democracy Facebook page. Musa, I don't know. How the light system, sir?
Mayo area, I mean, a 3 days study and they see lights in my community. I don't know for you.
Same, and we really urge the authority that we're in charge, for make fast, because even for the people, Ibu Iron, so Monday,
I want to pull somebody in secret.
Yeah, we get some people that way this na yeah they can iron and close na ready democracy this morning, but trust me, Musa, really serious.
We left no more than freezer there for car then for campus and all.
We hope the authority that we in charge really go try and put this situation under control. People really suffer for light.
Of course, Usman, I can tell you where you offer like go na OCD, you're afraid to just the plug all your phone, you charge everything for charge in our office before you go home. But it's really serious anyway.
And for me, just now they sleep, the domots they open. Na pala they sleep.
Very hot and the light
very,
issue.
very
I think it's a very serious issue where the authorities in charge need for look into. Even forget cold water now. They say that by Sababu now forget cold water. Anyway, the program now Good Morning Salute the country from 98.1 FM. As we mentioned, it's a one power headline stories. Them today they host one of the presidential aspirants them for the Salon Bar Association presidency ahead of the election in May this year. We now Sorie Sengbe Marrah. For sake of that, I want to welcome another the studio. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Good morning, Tona. Good morning to the people of Sorie.
Okay, continue for the with we go quick to Usai Sorie Sengbe Marrah with studio guest. We don't declare intention for be president na the Salon Bar Association, and he say if them vote for him, he go give strength to access to justice and also engage government and the judiciary for just society. Well, for more on this, make we join Kabia.
To reclaim the bar from capture, uphold the rule of law, na the slogan this of one lawyer, Sorie Sengbe Marrah, we serve the team up for the presidency, na the Salon Bar Association. Sorie Sengbe Marrah be attend the Methodist Boys High School and later enter Afrobe College, usai ingo do in law degree and be continue with in study na the law school. And after then be call am na the bar inside 2009. From there, Augustine be still continue with in study. Usai in be get a master's in law degree in human rights and democratization in Africa. Na the University of Pretoria and plenty other law degree them. Augustine na pro-democracy, human rights and social activist lawyer. We don't dey talk about human rights, rule of law and plenty other issues them where they among society. With all this way in don they do for over the past 10 years, Augustine thinks say in go able for do more if member them na the Bar Association votes for him as them presidents.
Today I'm declaring to run for the presidency of the bar because I think the bar needs to be reclaimed from capture. The regrettable omissions and commissions of the legal industry were at the core of the cause of the national tragedy that befell our country for over a decade. Unfortunately, such negligence of justice has emerged. This is worrisome. The promise of justice on the nation's coat of arms remains unfulfilled. I believe that the omissions of the Bar Association is largely responsible for the laughable state of justice in our country. This is why I'm running, to reclaim the bar, to defend the Constitution of Sierra Leone, to uphold the rule of law, and to defend our democracy.
You just listen to Sorie Sengbe Marrah, we been they talk about why in things say member them na the Salon Bar Association for votes for them as them presidents. In be talk about the kind of role where in don't play as member na the Bar Association.
I have been a committed member of the Bar Association since I joined the legal profession in 2009. I served in General Legal Council as secretary for 3 years. I was also coordinator of the maiden edition of the General Legal Council Law Journal. I have acted as counsel for the Bar Association and the General Legal Council. Recently, I started the first comprehensive online legal resource to digitize the legal resources of Sierra Leone. But beyond all of this, I have been at the forefront of the defense of the Constitution and the rule of law. I have consistently been on the side of the law and justice. My devotion to justice and the rule of law has been tried but not extinguished. My voice on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone interrupted but not silenced. I have shown over and again that the law is supreme, second to none. I have sided with justice over politics and with loyalty to the Constitution above all considerations. I believe this is what makes me the best fit for the presidency of the bar.
But waiting different, Augustine go come with na the Bar Association if him be the president.
My learned friends, the key vision of my presidency is to resituate the bar as a people's defender of the Constitution, the rule of law, and of justice. I know that the bar is not an opposition to the government of Sierra Leone, but I also know that the bar is not an addition to any political party. Under my leadership, the bar will always stand in the middle aisle, defending the people against the excesses of government and ensuring that the Constitution and not the whims and preferences of a group of people or party would reign supreme. My leadership will give consultation to members of the Bar Association in all critical matters and would not be dictated to by any other interest other than the associations.
Access to justice for Salone people now one key message inside Augustine in campaign message.
My leadership will always engage government, the judiciary and other development partners to improve access to justice for the people of Sierra Leone. But where engagement fails, we will litigate to correct the wrongs of our society. We shall be uncompromising to expand access to justice across Sierra Leone. My presidency will put the welfare of the members of the Bar Association at the fore. It is said that the welfare of the people is the final law. My leadership will ensure that the opportunities for lawyers are expanded and facilities to enhance legal practice are widely introduced. Members of the Bar Association shall be our masters and we shall serve at their will and direction. Colleagues, I call on all of you to join me in the quest to reclaim the bar, in the desire to restore the dignity of the oldest bar association in sub-Saharan Africa. The bar will not be free if it is left at the mercy seat of politics.
As the stage done set for the three candidates them, Augustine Sorie Sengbe Marrah, Tuma Adama Jabi, and Waraseri Kamal, who that's go be the president for the Salone Bar Association. Now watch we get for Radio Democracy. Kabia the report.
Well, from that report today, and he just gets from Kabia for Seka we studio guest today we na Sorie Sengbe Marrah, and people when they follow Democracy Radio today make on the 3 days we don't give the platform to the aspirants them we want contest for the presidency of the Salone Bar Association. Earlier we been get Tuma Gento Jabi and also we get Waraseri Kamal. Today we get Sorie Sengbe Marrah 94, and as always we don't do reports for them before we come into this studio guest there. Once again I want to welcome Sorie Sengbe Marrah na the program. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salone.
Good morning and thank you for hosting me. Okay,
we don't get that report and we don't get some background or history of Sorie Sengbe Marrah, but then he always say a man is the best servant for himself. You can tell me more about yourself.
I think say before I talk about myself a bit, I want to talk about the place where the legal profession gets now in society, because I really like the owner study program today with the light-hearted impact and effect of the lack of electricity on the people of Sierra Leone. I mean, me a lawyer, then call me to the bar in 2009. I go to school at Salone throughout. I go Fobe College. After Fobe College, I go law school. After law school, I go acquire a master's in South Africa. So many times when people can say, why they do what you do, I say because I only get a passion for democracy and rule of law, but me also a certified democracy practitioner. I get a master's degree in democracy. So not just passion, but I get a certificate, in the defense and promotion of democracy. Since I began practice law in 2011, I know one day don't left the practice of law for go do anything, so I don't get uninterrupted years of legal practice. Never work for government, never don't take up any job with any private entity. I dey work for clients, but my work has always been lawyering, and part of my work also now waiting we dey call in democracy studies cause lawyering. The lawyers the way they do them work for a cause. So for example, when I talk about electricity now, then cause lawyers would find a way, not just a plea to it EDSA, but find a way for letting them get EDSA. So then get a popular group, for example, Nigeria, what they call SERAP, socio-economic rights group organization. Then they sue the government of Nigeria on virtually all things, electricity, water, everything. Even if the government or the president grab one morning and buy a private jet or yacht, they can sue and say, no, the budget will get you too small. For can buy yachts, for can buy ship, for can buy motor car. I say this but me because they don't define my life and character in the practice of the law. So I not just don't provide legal services to my clients, but I also don't ensure say are able for contribute towards the defense of the rule of law and for promotes democracy. So in a short, that is it about me.
We can't look at all that in details, but somebody where they get Sorie Sengbe Marrah for the first time, we don't get the background for get a proper insight into Sorie Sengbe Marrah. Make I ask you, for tell we more about yourself as Sorie Sengbe Marrah. We don't do that in the reports, what we do, and we introduce them what we don't do. But for you, always as I say, then can say a man best servant is himself. Yes. You can tell we more about yourself outside you democracy or the things that we don't do as a lawyer.
Let's summarize. I think for talk about myself, I think we will take several hours. Let's just summarize. So like the report mentioned, I go school in Freetown. Then born me in Freetown. I go school in Freetown. I go Methodist Boys High School, which by the way is the best school in Salone. Now we first get the first brass band. Now we are the second Freetown troupe. I complete Methodist Boys High School as head boy in 2003. I come from Fobe College. I may get some difficulties at Fobe College. So for example, in year 2, I not be able to pay fees, so I drop out of the course. So I remember where I start for blog in 2019. I mentioned, see, my first blog post now, how a valedictorian of the law school came back to, a dropout, came back to become the law school valedictorian. All that message there, now for inspire the younger generation, say challenges can dey, but you can able to surmount some challenges. Because I go back for the college after a year, when I able to pay fees, I go back, I complete. And I go law school by the grace of God. In 2009, I complete law school and I make force. And afterwards, I go for South Africa for go do masters in human rights and democratization in Africa. We mean say, a person will then certify for observe, promote democracy, not just in Sierra Leone, but across South Africa. Come back in 2011 and I begin practice law. From then to now, I don't do a number of things for the legal profession. I don't undo a lot of cases, not just for the Sierra Leone Bar Association, but also for the General Legal Council. The General Legal Council, now the council where they regulate practice in salon. I do a number of cases for them. And then in addition to that, I've been secretary for the General Legal Council. General Legal Council, and they sign members and certificates for practice law. But also, I was secretary for the disciplinary committee for lawyers, We mean say if you get complaint against lawyers, now that committee they sit on them complaints and they against lawyers. I sit on that committee for 3 years. But also, now me under the chairmanship of the late Justice Bankole Thompson, now we start the first General Legal Counsel Law Journal, where they document articles on the law. Now, I've been the first coordinating editor for that journal day. And we publish 2 publications. We do 2 publications. Unfortunately, I'm here for left because I've been here for, I've been one for concentrate a lot more on my private practice. Afterwards, I don't take up a number of actions, like I mentioned, on behalf of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. And I can point one away in 2019, for example, the president may set up the commissions of inquiry. We agree with the president, say the constitution give him power for set up commissions of inquiry. But the Bar Association may take a position, say whereas the constitution give power for president for establish commissions of inquiry, the law and rules with the commissions of inquiry for use, not to the executive for determining rules, and they then get a committee where they call rules of court committee, and then for determining rules, and they unfortunately they may set up then COIs them without the rules of court committee not determine them or make them rules, and they. So Bar Association may consult with me and some other lawyers, and I filed that action day against the commissions of the government of Sierra Leone. For say whereas the president get rights for establish commissions of inquiry, he not get the power for make the rule. FIBA like funeral referee, not to for be linesman as well. Unfortunately, the action day from 2019 January will file them to date with the court of Sierra Leone, specifically the Supreme Court's not area.
You get plenty case them where you take na court. We get for look at the cases
yes,
there and the conclusion in the cases there. So, but I'll ask you for tell the public who done Sorie Sengbe Marrah.
Yes.
And when you look at Koinadugu district, for instance, then get about 13 chiefdoms, and one of the chiefdom gets a chiefdom called Sengbe chiefdom.
I
want
yes.
to ask if Sorie, your middle name resonates with that chiefdom. Is it a coincidence or you get any connection with Sengbe chiefdom?
No, not so coincidence. Me grandpa na established Sorie Sengbe chiefdom. Now they are commons. So for people already enough paid enough free to not go see me as royalty, but me na from chief line commons because they name me. The papa name me directly after the chiefdom, Sorie Sengbe chiefdom. So I hail from Koinadugu, and they are commons, and I'm very very proud of me heritage, right? But just also for mention, say beyond than the. All me role they were don't play in the legal profession. At the end of the day, I me get for set up my own law firm where we get currently about over 10 lawyers at the law firm where I set up with some of my colleagues, them as partners. But also last year, what we do now for introduce what we call a comprehensive legal platform. Within that legal platform do now for build on the effort of other electronic resource them for judgment and legislations. So if you go back to the 1960s and what have you, all the judgments in paper form. So what I did now for join on with other people who will be available, especially students and most of the non-law lawyers now, for develop that law hub. We call it law hub. What in the law hub do now for bring all the cases of the superior court on a platform, so that lawyers and judges and people who already research the law can get access to them. So I know say other platform they like, for example, Sierra Leone, where they not pay nothing, but because we get an expanded feature. Because not just the reported cases and legislation, we don't introduce what we call legal AI. So a lawyer will not school in a certain discipline of the law, because not to all the disciplines in the law, every lawyer get mastery over. Okay. So for example, I can tell lawyer but me forte not to maritime law, not to shipping law. So if somebody consults me, you need a platform where you can able to say this person say, me get contract with a ship, etc., in goods, na ship. ship for the with in goods whose kind right of claim he gets. You can go to that legal AI platform and you type out your question, and then it can able give you basic information as a lawyer. We can able expand your research on. Right. We did that. So all of that they put together. Now some of me highlights of the contributions send it to me legal profession, and now just a summary of who is Augustine Sorie Sengbe Marrah. But again, for answer your question, I come up from Sorie Sengbe. I did my papa come up from. I was schooled in Freetown. I go to get throughout my education at Freetown, and I only left 1 year for go do masters in South Africa. Okay. So since 2010, when I come back, my devotion has been to legal practice and to the defense of the rule of law and of with democracy. Where I know so we'll get time for talk a lot. About.
Alright, Fambule, we know that so we Sengbe Marrah. I don't get more information about this man. We are one of the people with the team up for be president for the Sierra Leone Bar Association. Now, when them play you start, you talk about a lot of things. Them one get for do it where you say you want for reclaim some of the glory of the Bar Association. You say also mention about also you say nobody know for dictate to the Sierra Leone Bar Association. You don't practice from since 2011. Now, what are your assessments over the past year of the Sierra Leone Bar Association?
Very good question. So before I answer that, I want to throw back a little bit, because many times what history they do, they provide with context for shape we present and determine also how we go from the present. So the TRC, when at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, we document the reasons why make the war being fought on in this country. And they not spare lawyers they not spare the legal profession. Then point out say the legal profession, the judiciary, now been one pan the people we cause the civil conflict. How? Then say because people they go for justice now the courts they not been get lawyers they compromise. There were a lot of omissions on the part of the legal profession. So the TRC documents that one day for let remind we every now and then, say let not repeat their omissions and then actions and the way they undermine the edifice of justice. Fortunately, the war being end now almost more than 20 years ago with the war don't end, but believe you me, we're still being confronted by them very, very issues then we've been plagued with nation. We've been sparked that flame day. We unfortunately we get for wrestle and butcher one another for over a decade. It's unfortunate. Now let me give you a context. And I want for limit time to the last 10 years, for example. And I highlight some things so you can see vividly how the Bar Association don't also neglect their role. We'll come for talk a little bit about what is the role of the bar. So principally, the bar gets what you call in constitution and in memorandum and articles of association. One part the key role them way them form the Bar Association. Now for let the Bar Association promote now the M&A for let promote the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, when at the United Nations Charter on Rights. Let also promote the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. But ultimately, and above all, let defend the Constitution of Sierra Leone. So when lawyers inform this association, they not form a normal for let them gladi. They may set up very lofty aspirations for themselves. They say this association will form so where they can't defend human rights. The one where United Nations say Motaman gets. The one where the United African Union by the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, and then the Constitution of Sierra Leone. So all of them they put together. And also now the charter, the M&A, we say we go take care of welfare. But believe you me, once an association don't say part of the role now for defend and promote human rights, democracy, and the rule of law, we get for all them to that promise. So in the last 10 years, let me give you a context. So the first thing we happen with democracy, Now that sometime in 2015, the former president removed in vice president. What in the Bar Association do? Members were agitated. We all say, oh no, this is not correct. We remember one popular letter where Dr. Abdullahi Conte write. Brilliant. Now one parenting and they were always print a get on my bag. I mean the elegance of writing, the truth embedded in that writing. I dey carry am with me in my chest for the rest of my life. So we may get for someone the executive to a meeting. I mean one panel people we go that meeting there with placards, with catchphrases for say you cannot mutilate the constitution, you cannot violate the constitution, etc., etc. Unfortunately, members go to that meeting there. We waited for executive for over 2-3 hours after a member proposed a resolution, and I remember very clearly it was Musa Mewa we proposed a resolution say let we condemn the action of the president we illegally sack in vice. Over 1-2 hours, the executive will elect for leadway, for defend the African Charter, for defend the Universal Declaration on Human Rights, for defend the Constitution, could not do so. They not do that. They not put a resolution to a vote. You know what happened? Then call police for let them can scatter away. Police on their own company colleagues. So police come, police can scatter away, and so the protest that they start. So members then come with all them placards they were carried to that meeting. Then pull on a man, and so that protest they start. So all them pictures the way they see with lawyers and then at the front with the placards. By the grace of God, I mean inspired that protest. That was almost 10 years ago. And believe you me, we don't continue that trend day. So for example, where the Bar Association in 2019 mean disagree, say the president not for make set up commissions of inquiry and set the rules. When we file that action in January 2019, where Basita Michael been there as president. In all these 10 years, the only person I can pull where no say me conscience can pull say don't serve the bar really well was Basita Michael in these 10 years. Unfortunately, he not be able to serve beyond 1 year, and there's little he could do in a year. Let God bless him. From 2019, when the bar filed papers against government, believe you me, I can challenge you now for such from that 10 day to now, and we can able list 100 things that we don't go wrong now with democracy. The Bar Association not ever don't file papers against government.
So in any way that the Bar Association not don't they keep up to the mandate we didn't set them up for?
Absolutely. And I can give you another example. So for example, where then suspend Lara Taylor Pierce, we know they expect the Institute of Engineers for stand up for Lara Taylor Pierce. We know they expect Dental and Medical Council for can stand up for Lara Taylor Pierce. We know they expect how they call the accountant and their own association. We know they expect them. Waiting and form we for now for able to stand up for the rule of law. So maybe in tweets, I be write an article say that suspension they unconstitutional. I know me means me words. The Bar Association mean say anything. The Bar Association mean do anything. Nothing. Quite recently, we know so we don't talk a lot about electoral data. Nobody know they say would that be win election, would that not be win election. But the citizens of this country deserve for know when they don't conduct an election, then deserve for know fully how the election may happen, how the votes were done, and how the disaggregated data. After all the eyebrows there were international players them, national credible partners them, being raised concern in them data then they not the Bar Association do, then put out a report on the observation of the election attacking National Elections Watch, Marcela Samba, Reverend Lai, then group them, attacking them. They don't pull one statement, ask ECL cell, say the people of Sierra Leone ask for the disaggregated data. Do you pull them for we? I took up that matter. I did a freedom of information request to ECSL. They no answer. I take that matter there to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court say I've been late by a day, then strike out the papers. And I agree with them, but we'll see how it go from there. But again, just for answer, say, the Bar Association, by all their instances here, they tell you, say, they not don't play their role. And waiting the TIC report being one, we say, institutions that we then set up for defend with democracy, for uphold with rule of law, for ensure the executive arm of government treat and lead way and govern with rights, for do. The Bar Association, sadly, not don't do that one day. Now that make we come up with this vision, say, we want for reclaim the bar. We want for depoliticize the bar. And I just want for make this clarification, say, we know they say lawyers not for belong to political parties. Far from that. I am not saying that. My vision not don't say that day. We they say for depoliticize the bar means say we not forget people that we get divided loyalty. We not forget people them where they serve two masters. Then get a political master and they want for serve the bar. And I give you a provision from the Constitution. So the Constitution say no president not there for lead we get dual nationality. The idea behind that provision in the Constitution, now that we not forget a president where they lead this country, we don't swear an allegiance to another country. Equally so, if we import that provision there into the Bar Association, it tell you, say, we don't want a leader where already get an allegiance to a political party. So whereas we they say lawyers can belong to political parties, can function in their political parties, we come to the leadership of the bar. We want let the bar be autonomous. We want let the bar be free. We want no one let the bar be caught up in a perception of conflict or a perception of bias. Musa, I just want to give it I just want to give a vivid picture. I want to imagine one morning we wake up, and say the president of the bar now, Lansana Doumbouya, when are the secretary general of the APC. He go sit right with your mind. You self go remember say, what in the lawyer they don't do so for appoint Lansana Doumbouya. If we wake up one morning, we hear say na Umaro Napoleon Kouroban, na president of the bar. He go sit right with you. So even if Umaro Kouroban, as the general secretary of the bar, as the general secretary of the SLPP now, become the president of the bar and build the secretariat of the bar and commit say go build the ground floor from your own money, he do that day. You know go suspect him, say na SLPP agenda one bring come. Equally so, if Lansana Doumbouya grab, he say, "Mommy, I get constitutional right for belong, so I want lead the bar now." As secretary general of the APC, will get now say, "Okay, turn with president. I like he build bridge for we from Lunge to Freetown." You know go suspect in a APC agenda one bring come. Again, I am saying that you know wrong. For let Lansana de SLPP, for let Napoleon de Lansana de APC, Napoleon de SLPP, you know wrong. Then they do them work. But we come to the bar. Let the bar be free. Let the bar be independent, so that the bar can play this role for be the watchdog of the democracy.
Now, you two opponents them be there at the studio. As I mentioned earlier, see, we don't get them this week. One, Tumajabi attest, yes, in a member of the SLPP, but that in any way no go affect him if he be president for the bar. Whereas Seri Kamal attests on this mic, say yes in a APC, but that no go affect in work if he be president for the bar. And you, Sorie Sengbe Marrah, we'll go for ask you both whether you belong to a political party or not, but on your opponents them attesting of belonging to political parties, you think this get any impact on their work if they happen to be president of the bar?
Now let me say this about those two wonderful ladies. Now fantastic colleagues. I get enormous respect for them too. I don't sabi too much from day one we begin practice. We begin practice at the same law firm under Pabriwa, Panto de Briwa. A good man, Pabriwa. Take we all as in Pekin them. To this day, they call me in Pekin. A good man. So I start there with Tuma. We get a fantastic relationship beyond professional. Right? Warasei Kamala don't practice law with a wonderful lady. Iron lady. But again, we come to the Bar Association. We don't want again I have said this, that because we don't suffer for over 10 years in the hands of leaders them, where we know say they're already tethered to a political party, now that make them not done, they perform their role, excepting Basita Michael, right? So all these 10 years, now good example for show you say, we don't try that model, they know they work. That model they where we appoint somebody who belong to a political party, where no the way then they were ineffective. They were unable for discharge their responsibilities because already they get a political agenda, then pursue a political agenda then. So with all due respect to those two fine ladies, I want to let them concentrate on them politics. Tuma get a long way for going at the SLPP. While get a long way for going at the APC. Let them left the bar to independent minds so that the independent minds can able to check the SLPP, can also able to check the APC. Because the bar not only they against government and the regime where they know, the bar also can serve for checkmates the opposition parties them. If then self one cause mayhem and trouble na this country. So now that make, because the bar don't suffer under political manipulations for over a decade, we they say this time around, let we use a model whereby we can appoint someone we not get any political party loyalty. Okay. And again, just for answer your question, say I don't challenge people and say go back 21 years, not just a year, 21 years since I became an adult. Go back 21 years. Check all the records. Use torchlight for check. Now all the archives na this wall. You know go find me na any political party. If you find me na any WhatsApp group na any political party in this country, I go apologize to my colleagues them and I go drop out of this race.
So you not belong to no political party?
No political party, never ever.
Okay. Now, according to my colleague just mentioned, say two of the people where the team up put you for be president don't make a clear say nothing no get for them political party no get for do with nothing of the bar association. Now you think say if they elect them people here for be president for the Salon Bar Association, they go and bog the work of the bar
context. So for if one tell you say this good no this particular item no good, we'll look at in history. We'll look at reviews, for example, customer reviews.
But then people are different.
Yes. Again, I am saying that we don't get leaders in at the bar where we know say they are tethered to political parties, we not perform at all. Again, I begin for give you a visual picture, but the implications if we appoint, for example, Napoleon Kuruma. So that idea they self say Napoleon Kuruma is president of the bar go mess up the minds of journalists there. When I go wonder say what the bar don't do. But Napoleon Kuruma would advance the argument say, but me, I get constitutional rights for run for the presidency of the bar, which is correct. So not to ultimately lawful good. So a lawful let Napoleon run for the race. Not to ultimately lawful, and that the Bible say. Okay. So not all things that are lawful because then candidates don't admit say they get loyalties to them party. And by the way, we are not saying as part of my vision, we know they say lawyers enough for belong to political party. Far from it. I admire lawyers the way they play their role and in parties. I get enormous respect for them. One of my best friends in the APC, Usman Timbo, is doing fantastically well. Right. I want them people the way they inspire hope in young people. Okay. But if Usman Timbo, as one of my best friend there, one for run for the Bar Association presidency, I go tell and say, Usman, you know me paddy, I don't think say you fit for run. Not because you are not competent, but because you go bring a perception of bias in the office. Whether you Usman Timbo as leader, they will say no to that APC assistant secretary, deputy secretary, then go think say that APC agenda they can advance. So similarly, with them two fine ladies there, I am saying they can play their role na them party. One, two, when I become the president of the bar, one non-pledge say go be the secretariat. When I become the president, if you still one for another in pledge day, he can support the bar for Billy secretariat. The other one where they play role in political party who gets public interest causes, he can join me. Okay. But we don't want people where the public go begin they get a perception where the TRC been talk about. Now that make we say we want for depoliticize the bar as a foremost vision. But also and also now go give me time for talk about the other vision when a welfare. When me really close to me chest.
Continue for the with me inside the program. We will come, you go tell we what you go do different if you be the president for the Sierra Leone Bar Association. The program na Good Morning Salon where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM.